Good evening, guys, and welcome to our third day of the challenge. What's really there? I'm so excited to hear what this challenge already contributes to you guys. Some of you texted me in private telling me like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Oh wow, that makes so much sense." So I'm grateful, excited to for you to start looking at this area more and having more ease with it. For the first 2 days, we talked about potency, acknowledging and owning your potency, not only in this area, but also in all areas of your life. While the second day, we talked about finding your unique way of perceiving entities. Today, I'd like to do an exercise, but before I'd like to talk to you about that. It could be pretty intense at first to be present with entities, especially if you had passed so many years without dealing with them. Maybe you have a capacity, you weren't aware of them, or maybe you were aware of them, but you didn't pay attention, didn't want to because it was too intense, too hard. So what tends to happen is that you build up, you create so many barriers and use so much energy to protect yourself from the awarenesses you have. That said, at first it may be dealing with entities daily could be intense just because you had a build-up during years. And that can happen like with mental disorders or unexplicable illnesses or whatever. Like whatever symptom that is very acute in your world and like even like lack of energy. The reason why you have lack of energy, if you can ask, okay, it's not always like this, but you can ask like, is this a way of dealing with my capacity with entities, a way of protecting myself from my awareness? It's not that entities are bad, it's just you are not willing to deal with them, and it shows up as hard to your body or hard to your energy amount or like your mind or whatever. Okay, so first of all, be aware that it can be a detox at first. So, detox of unconsciousness and unawareness in this area. So, take a moment, relax, and really be clear on what's showing up in your world. So, what I invite you to do is be aware of what happens when I ask you to be more aware of entities or to be aware of what happens in your daily life. Like when I tell you, like, okay, how are entities showing up to you? Or, okay, so let's say right now, be like this and relax and be present. Like if there is an entity, is there an entity? And you can ask, okay, if there is, look at how it shows up in your body. Like what is your first response to it? If you put up barriers or not, perceive it. If you don't have any particular resistance or response, that's awesome. If you have it, please be aware of it and be honest with you. Okay, and put that barrier down and ask if you were receiving this entity or the contribution of this entity or this entity, full stop. If you were receiving this entity, how much ease would show up with this? Okay? Perceive it in your body and actually in your awareness zone. Be aware if you have any barrier up to entities in general or if your perception is airy flary. It's easy. So if it's hard, please destroy and create wherever you created barriers. You've avoided your awareness of entities, you've avoided your potency with them, you avoided them, full stop. Let's destroy and create it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. And actually in the beginning class with talking to the entities, there's a lot of pages talking about fear or misconceptions or myths about entities and how to deal with them and go beyond and really receive the magic that there is with the entities and the spirit world. So today I'd like you to do an exercise. So I'll invite you to put down, like to relax, be present with your body, your physical body. Feel your feet on the ground, your bum on the seat or the bed or whatever. And your hands, put it on your body and perceive and feel the contact between your hands and the legs or tummy. And relax. Relax more. Relax more. Relax more. Relax more. Put your barriers down. So all the thoughts, feelings, points of view, judgments, projections, expectations, separations, everything that creates separation between you and your body, and your entities. Put those down. Everything that doesn't allow it to be easy. Just try and create it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and poke, whole nine shorts, boys and beyond. Put down all the barriers, known, unknown, those who what you're willing to put down, those that you're not willing to put down, those comfortable and uncomfortable to put down. Put them all down. Nothing that you are not allowing to happen will happen. So you're safe. Okay? Now, relax even more and turn up, turn on your power band here, as in bars. Okay? Turn up your power band more, 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 more. You are in charge now of what you're perceiving and what is happening. You can close your eyes or not and ask, are there entities in the room? And see where your eyes go. If there are entities, say hello. And at the same time, if you don't have any more tools for now, you can ask them to go out of your house for now. Or if you have already other tools, you can start clearing them or communicating or gifting and receiving and cooperating. These are the main the four things you can do with entities. How do you know if there is an entity? You just perceive it as light or heavy. Okay? So as in Access, even here, the light and heavy tool is so important because it gives you the awareness of what you know. Okay? It's a muscle of knowing light or heavy. So please follow it. You can even train it more if you don't have clarity on how to use it or clarity of what's light and what's heavy. Use it all day long for everything and including entities. So along with your perception of entities, however that is, whatever that is, your unique way, and this exercise of perception, you can even ask, oh, are there entities in my home? Yes or no. It's okay. Both of answers are okay. And we will talk tomorrow about what's possible to do with them, and also that you don't have to clear all entities. You can just be aware of them. But we'll be talking about this tomorrow more. Okay, so train the muscle of presence. Be aware of the resistances you may have towards entities. Be fully aware that you are in charge. So turn on your potency and yeah, be present and relax and do another exercise like this. Just ask, like, okay, are there entities in my home or in this room or in nature, wherever you are, or in the city? In the city, there might be a lot of entities, okay? And play with this, be aware, play with being aware, and have fun. This is meant to have fun. If it's not fun, um, mm, pull and pocket and ask for, oh, what will it take for me to have fun with this and ease with this? You will always want to do more and be more when it's fun. If it's not fun, you're like, oh my gosh, this is terrible, this is hard, I'll let it go. No, make it fun, make it easy, and let it contribute to you. This is a way for you to start opening up to your awareness to in this area, and it can be so rewarding in so many areas, including the financial one. We'll be talking about this the next videos. See you tomorrow, guys. Adore you. And what else is possible? How does it get any better? All of life and all of entities comes to us with these joy and glory. Mwah. Bye, guys. Adore you.